Hi, my name is Randy Foster. I'm a candidate for Palm Bay City Council's Seat 3. A little bit about me. I grew up in New York City, also served in the military. I'm one of the few veterans that served in the Army, Navy, and Air Force. I'm a retired Air National Guard member. My whole career, been in law enforcement. I was a police officer for 5 years, and then I also served as a United States Deputy U.S. Marshal. And I retired in Washington, D.C. and decided to move here in Palm Bay. I have a good friend that lived here, and throughout my career as a U.S. Marshal, I spent a lot of time in Florida chasing bad guys, protecting people, recruiting new Deputy U.S. Marshal. But I always loved Florida, and I decided to move here several years ago. And then once I got here, I saw a lack of leadership in government. I saw a potential for this city, Palm Bay, to grow and be really an exciting city, one of the best cities in the state of Florida and throughout the United States. And I wanted to be a part of that. Since I've been in Brevard County, I work with the juvenile justice system. I work with Palm Bay High School. I own my own business as a law enforcement consultant. And I decided to run for Palm Bay City Council because of lack of leadership and the negative and the corruption that's been in Florida today news. With my background in law enforcement and passing all types of background checks as a Deputy U.S. Marshal, I could bring integrity to the City Council. I'm running for City Council. My focus is going to be on public safety, infrastructure, and growing a commercial business. Like I said, I'm a business owner, and I've been very successful in the last 4 years. I grew a small business consulting firm into a nationwide law enforcement expert consulting firm. And I know something about business. I had business throughout my career. We could build our commercial business base in Palm Bay. We're in a very important time with this COVID-19. This pandemic, a lot of businesses are closing. A lot of people are losing their jobs. So the next city council needs to focus on business. We need to make sure that we don't fall deep into a recession or depression. And that's going to be my focus. And I'm the only one in my race that could bring that. So growing our commercial business. If we lose L3 Harris, Palm Bay would be devastated. Brevard County would be devastated. So I want to bring a manufacturing company here in Palm Bay to have more than one leg to the stool, so to speak. So I want to have maybe a renewable battery company, or maybe a solar company. Whatever that company out there, we could compete with it. We have a lot to offer here in Palm Bay. Public safety. As a federal air marshal, I responded to Katrina in New Orleans, and I helped save 3,000 people, the worst natural disaster in the United States. Part of that disaster wasn't just the hurricane, but it was poor government. Poor government that didn't fix their infrastructure. The levees broke. Poor government that didn't have leadership to evacuate people on time. Poor government that didn't heed the warning of science and emergency management, FEMA. I don't want that ever to happen in Palm Bay or Brevard County. So I have some ideas how we could, with policies and procedures and volunteers, prepare for disasters like this. We don't have an emergency manager in Palm Bay. It's on the county level. And what's happened in the county and what's needs for Palm Bay could be totally different. I learned that as a U.S. Marshal. I learned that as a federal air marshal responding to disasters. Public safety is more than just a hurricane. It could be a tornado. It could be a pandemic. If you look on my website, voterandyfoster.com, I have a video where I went before City Council and warned them what COVID-19 could do to us. This is back in early March. And all I was told to go to the website, and I'm giving them information that's beyond the website, firsthand knowledge, because I came from overseas, from a vacation, and I saw what COVID-19 was doing over there, and how that foreign country was preparing the public for. We missed the boat, and that boat is sell. Now we have to listen to the CDC and also social distancing and things like that. And we got to protect our city government. We got to prepare for what if 50% of the people in the city government get COVID-19? What would that do to Palm Bay City government? It would shut it down. What if 50% of the Palm Bay Police Department get COVID-19? We won't have a police department. What if 50% of firefighters get COVID-19? We won't have a fire department. You just can't hire people off the street in a day to do a police job or a fireman job or any other job in the city. Okay, so that's what we have to prepare. The city's not prepared for that. They're not prepared to continuation of government. I've been doing this for over 20 years as a U.S. Marshal for the federal government. Leadership matters. Leadership matters. And I could bring the leadership that's needed for Palm Bay to move it to the future in 2021. I talk about public safety. Infrastructure is another very important. We can attract business to Palm Bay if we don't fix our roads, if we don't fix our water. If you ever drive in Palm Bay at night, it's the darkest city that I ever drove in. And I've lived in many cities throughout this country. It's like you're driving in the backwoods. We don't have enough lighting. And if we don't have enough lighting in a bad storm, it could cause somebody their lives. So infrastructure, lighting, water, sewer, protecting our lagoon, protecting our Turkey Creek. These are the things that I want to bring to Palm Bay, and I could do it with your vote, and I could do it with my leadership. I just want you to take a look at my website, voterandyfoster.com. Go out to vote on November 3rd. It's very important. Your vote matters. You matter. And I'm going to work hard for you. Thank you.